What's the most metal thing we can write a song about? War? Torture? Hell? Man, that's all been done so many times. What if we make a song about consensual desire between two committed partners? Is that metal? What about including something about the power that femininity can have over most men? Is that metal? Probably not, but luckily for me, I don't give a fuck about what's metal and what isn't. That's why I really don't look the part. But I'm confident that I can out-metal a lot of dudes who look way more metal than I do. But I digress. Let's make some baby-making music, but with a twist. Instead of talking about fucking someone right after meeting them, or taking advantage of someone or stealing someone from someone else, what if it's about two people in a committed relationship enjoying each other?
Exactly.
Is that wrong? Is it too tame? Does that make it country? Luckily, the answer for me is still, I don't give a fuck. This song was written about 10 years ago and was a major departure for me as a writer. My buddy Rob wrote the main riff and then I attached a bunch of extra stuff to it. I wasn't the vocalist of the band that I was in at the time, but I'm primarily a writer before anything else, so I wrote the vocal parts as they came to me. As anyone who follows me knows, lyrics often come last in my writing process. I write nonsense vocal parts and then I fill those in with lyrics, because I'm a musician more than a poet. The song sounded like sex as the music came together. But how do you write about that sort of thing without going down the same old cliched paths of stereotypical love songs, where things usually dance around some element of deception or promiscuity? Or on the other end of the spectrum, they end up sounding so tame that they're just boring. Can we make something sound sexual and romantic at the same time? Okay, maybe we can use some language that makes it sound a bit dirty. On all fours sounds a little bit dirty, let's go with that. Do me might mean treat me, but it's also got other connotations. Let's use that too. Let's crank up the vibes that make it feel like an exotic dancer might use this song for her routine. The original demo of this song used a different line in the chorus. It was much dirtier. But that's typically how I write lyrics. Temporary, tongue-in-cheek placeholder lyrics are often used to illustrate vocal ideas, and then later on, real lyrics are written to match the sound of those vocal parts. The line in question eventually became, "Give in to this hysteria," but the original line sounded more like a lover's request to be smothered by a tight embrace from their partner. I'll leave it to your imagination to try to decipher the original line, but it was a joke from the outset, never intended to make it into the final version of the song. But man, the vowel shapes and the consonants hit just right, so I knew that the final lyrics would have to sound pretty similar to the placeholder, or it would lose most of the magic. In fact, the final line sounds so similar to the original line that I left the original line in on one of the backing vocal layers as an Easter egg. But it was a joke, and it was a bit too dirty to be left discernible in the final version. At the core of the song is that theme of commitment between two people. Maybe a stripper is dancing to the song, but the audience is made up of couples who have no desire to step outside their relationship because their partner is the person that they spent their lives searching for. So this song lands in a bit of a weird spot, but I think that's why it's fun. To me, it totally sounds like a song that a burlesque dancer might dance to while collecting money from horny strangers, but it's really about two people being committed to each other. Gotcha! Maybe next time I'll make a country song about torture. Oh wait, country music is torture. Ba-dum.